He's gonna take a lot.
And good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. I am your host, Stephen the Medium. And you know what? It's last Friday of the month, so I am here with my handsome
Amazing
co-host.
Co-host. Handsome, smart. I got it all. Coach Elex is in the house.
Anything else?
No.
Did I? You know, I started with handsome and you said
Smart.
amazing first.
Amazing.
I would prefer handsome before amazing for me, but I'm just saying. So, just saying.
I am aware of that.
So
I am aware. You know, whenever any of my friends get to meet Steven, he doesn't ever ask me, do they like me? What do they think? First question, do they think I'm handsome?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did they say that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
it's my thing. Yeah. It's my thing. But welcome everybody. Welcome Friday. I cannot believe Elix tomorrow is March 1st.
I know. Oh God, I can't even believe it myself.
I can't. It just this well, I gotta say though, you know, from my perspective, this winter has been pretty phenomenal. I love the fact that it just reminds me of when I was a kid and it was just cold always. There was none of these crazy breaks of 60 degrees, you know? I mean, that's good.
Most everyone, it's thrill for these breaks. But
well,
not you.
Yeah, but you know what? Even Paul J. Martin, my best friend, even said he doesn't. He's a summer person, like 100%. But he did say he doesn't dislike the winter because it makes you appreciate when spring comes and summer comes even more so, right? When you're down south and you never have this, you never have that appreciation. So that's what I think anyway. And
I'm excited. I really can't wait for the spring weather because our dogs, will be back. They're
wait a minute. What do you mean they're gonna be? They were today. It was the first day.
I know. You had 3 yesterday, 5 today, so they're coming. They're on the way.
Do you live with me? I'm not really sure. There was no yesterday. It was today.
Oh, today was the first day? I thought it was. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so today was the first day that I got my little bucket of birdseed and went down the hill to the pond, and 3 of them just didn't even take off, just stayed in the pond and watched me. And then when I left, but by the time I was back up on the deck to go into the house, the 3 of them were already right at the little shore, and they just jumped right onto the ground and started eating the seeds. So, and there goes my budget, Helix, like I said, because I cannot tell you how much money I pay on birdseed, because I have to feed the regular birds now starting the summer. Normally, what is it, like 3 dozen ducks every day?
I think beyond that, actually. I think we get close to 4. It's unbelievable.
And I love it.
It's unbelievable.
So. And I haven't fed them since last year. So I actually, where I run, because most of the trails, parts of the trails have still had snow or ice like on the trails. I have to be careful. So I haven't been able to run my normal run through the trails. So I go through the trail to like the flat area where the cranberry bogs are, and I run around the cranberry bogs. And I've been noticing over the past week or so, there's ducks there because the sun is right on there, and it's melting. The cranberry bogs are still flooded, but it's all ice. And now the pots that there's just water, the ducks are there. So I just knew it was a matter of time before this pond behind us started melting, and now we're all good. So,
well, those dogs are our dogs. Those are the same dogs, aren't they?
They have to. Well, I mean, they have to be, and they have to be the same generation, because I'm telling you, when I went down there today, those 3 ducks swam away from me. But, normally, like once you start getting even approaching them, they don't just move. They fly away. And these 3 were like, yeah, it's him. So they just moved a little bit and then came right back and started eating. So it's good. And they know my voice, I think, also, because I always say, like, it's me. When I'm running around the cranberry bog, I've said this before, I sort of adjust my run. If there's the blue heron, as we call Harvey, or the ducks, and I'm like, oh my God. And before you know it, I have 4 feet, I'm back and forth, like in a circle. Because if I go too far this way, the ducks are going to take off. I don't want to like aggravate them. If I go this way, Harvey's there. So I ended up with like a 2 feet thing of just going in a circle. That's really what it comes down to.
Only you, Stephen. Only you. Lucky me. Only you.
It's it reminds me of the swan story, Elix.
Oh my God! Yes, please. Oh, people, I don't even know. Listen, if you spend the time with him that if you, just a few hours with him, you would know. You would be saying, "Oh, Elix, how do you do this?" So we're driving. This is a few weeks back. We're driving. I don't know where we were going, and it's near our home, and there's a little pond on the right. And he's like, "Oh my God, Elix, I think there's a swan there that's dead." Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Pull over.
Yeah, I'm like, no, we're not pulling over. So, but I'm like, how do you know? So I asked, right? How do you know the swan is dead? Well, because it's just laying there and the head is under the water. I'm like, oh my God, Stephen, okay. So I'm thinking, of course it's under the water. That's what they do. That's how they feed themselves. But I just leave it alone because I'm just hoping and praying that when we come back, I just want to see if there's still a swan floating in the pond. So we come back. Stephen, of course, is prepared for the worst. He's like, oh my God, oh please, oh no, let's not have it be there. I'm thinking it's not going to be there. And yet, sure enough, there was no swan because he was eating and then he got his head out of the water and just went wherever he was going.
No, he was there. The swan was still there.
With the head up.
Yeah, with the head up.
It's on the opposite side of me, so I wasn't really looking for the swan.
No, he was there. I had my hands over my head, over my face, with just my fingers a little separated, making sure, just in case, he just was still like that with his head in the water, and he was dead. But he wasn't. He was just swimming, and then as we were driving by, I saw him dunking his head back in. So it's all good.
Unbelievable.
Hey, it's just, listen, it's who I am, right? Especially when it comes to animals, it's just who I am. So, but you know what? Let me just say this. So, on a different subject, I started my current course, which is just I love teaching, and it's via Zoom, so anybody can join no matter where you are. It's a Wednesday night. And it's an amazing group of, I've had the same participants with me, from most of them from the first course I've ever taught, which was like an introduction, right? So every single time they come on, and sprinkled in are people that come and go, which is a great thing. But one of the things I've never talked about or like in any of my classes has been like astral projecting and out of body experiences and near-death experiences. I got to tell you, it's been pretty interesting and amazing, and the students have been loving it. It's a really interesting thing of those experiences, and actually one of the participants actually had not only one, but two near-death experiences that thankfully she shared with the class, which was pretty cool.
So what is, for anyone listening, Stephen, what would that look like, astral projecting? What would that look like?
Astral projecting is what we do like every single night. Every one of us does that. When you go to bed and you're sleeping, you're part of it's think of it this way. It's like a clone of your body just leaves your physical body and just takes off. It's like you're in dreamland, and your, say, dream person just gets out of bed, looks down at the bed and sees your body laying there and says, you know what, bye-bye, for whatever period of time until you wake up, I'm going to head out and just go different places. So many times if you wake up and you dream like you're in a place at the beach or a different country or so, chances are you astro projected there and you were at that level in that particular place. So astro projecting happens all the time. And a couple of years ago, when you and I I'm sure you remember this, Helix, when you and I were in Florida and went to Animal Kingdom. We're in the hotel room sleeping. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm.
Something, Helix is, of course, laying right
Oh
next to
yes, I
me.
remember that. Yes.
And I just woke up, and it was like, I think it was right around 3 a.m. I don't know what possessed me to wake up. I woke up and I looked towards Elix, and I looked at the exact time he was astro projecting. I wasn't sleeping. I saw it as clear as day. I saw like a silhouette of Elix, like his body was to just lift his top half of his body upward. So now he's sitting in the bed, and then it happened within like a second, and it was a black silhouette, and all of a sudden, like whoop, it went right through the ceiling, just flew up. And I was talking. I've told my students that before when it happened, but I was telling them about, because we're talking about astral projecting. About you would think most people would say, you didn't go back to sleep, right? Seeing that, and I did. I wanted to. My first reaction was to wake you up, like. And of course I didn't, and then I just went back to bed. And then I realized, after doing research about astral projecting and out of body experiences, research for the class or the course, I realized that would have been the worst thing to do, is to sort of like wake you up when you're astral projecting, because it just means you're going to have to get pulled back very, very quickly. And it's just not the best method to get you back. You want to come back naturally when when you realize you're going to be getting up sooner. So I went back to bed, and then, but I could not wait for you to get up in the morning so that I could tell you that I saw that. That was probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
I only wish I could be aware and experience that. That's just like fascinating to me.
And it's wild. So that was a couple of years ago. I mean, I didn't have it on my radar that one of my courses was going to be focused on astro projecting. So it's all set up. The universe is all set up. Your universe is all set up, and how things happen to sort of prepare you for something that's coming in the future, because they get to see the future. So it's amazing. Whatever, when you're in your purpose and passion, then everything is just going to fall into place, and things that you may not know, that you experience, that you may not know is going to sort of reappear later in a bigger way, happens. So
I
that
love
was
that.
an amazing experience. So very, very amazing. So
Another reminder that it's really important to really understand what that is, what that means for every single one of you. How do you define purpose for you, so that you can align everything you do with that?
exactly. Well, when what you just said, Elix, when you're in your purpose, everything, all the pieces to the puzzle just completely, fall into place. And when you're not aligned and you're living someone else's life, then the pieces are always missing. And that doesn't mean your life is horrible. It just means that it's not as good as it absolutely can be. So, which is just, crazy. So I cannot believe, just very quickly, Elix, what's going on with you? Anything before we take a break?
Oh, now, yeah. Now he asked me when there's absolutely no time, because our producer is about to say break time. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. So we might as well take a small commercial break. We'll
Hey,
be right
listen,
back.
you
Yeah,
can give more. You're good. Anything else?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'll talk about my CrossFit Open, at the end of the show. Thank you for asking.
My stomach hurts from laughing. All right.
Sure.
So
Bye.
we're gonna take a break, and we will be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is your host, Stephen the Medium, with my amazing, handsome co-host.
Coach Helix. Now I'm amazing and handsome.
Listen,
By the
I
way,
started that.
I almost do the intro myself. I'm so used to just after the break, I almost say welcome back to Get a Grip with Coach Helix.
Well, simmer down. Just simmer down.
I know. Now you
Simmer
want me
down.
to simmer down. But let's talk about, I don't know. I mean, do you want to talk about me?
Yeah, I do. And by the way, Mark, our amazing producer, said you may want to just tell everyone the lines are open, 508-222-1320, if you want to call for a reading or you just want to listen to us. It's up to you. So, yes, Elix.
I mean, listening to us is quite entertaining. I'm not going to lie. But speaking to Stephen can be a breakthrough. So here you go. There you go. So
there you go. So I guess we'll just Elix, we'll just put you on a hiatus for a second. Is that good?
I of course, yeah. Go ahead. Put you on a hiatus again. Go ahead. See what that gets you. No, go take your call.
Let me go to the caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, this is Gina.
Hi, Gina.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, Gina. Gina, is there somebody in particular you want to hear from?
Yes.
So tell me, because it's a time constraint with the radio. So tell me who, not their name, but just who relationship wise they are to you.
My uncle.
Uncle. All right. So Uncle, come on in. I'll tell you something, Gina, that the first thing I keep getting from him is just almost like so honored that of anybody you could ask for, that you asked for him. And he also just said, excuse me. Well, he said a couple of things, Gina. He said, happy celebration, happy birthday, happy anniversary. There's something he's pointing to you and saying, what's close to you, Gina, like a birthday or an anniversary right now?
There's a birthday coming up.
I don't know whose birthday, but when you say birthday coming up, is that like within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, no more?
No, it's about 5-6 weeks.
No, so when they give me, not to interrupt you, Gina, but when they give me the bouquet of flowers, he also keeps saying Chris or Kevin. There's a C or K name he keeps talking about.
Yeah. So, well, my Kevin would be his brother's partner.
Wow. So is his partner Kevin still here?
Yes.
Wow. So just your uncle's giving a big shout out to his partner Kevin with his big arms around him. But you know what? It also could be connected to Kevin, this birthday or anniversary. I don't know who. Like it may be like Kevin's mom, or if they were together for a long time.
Well, it's his brother's partner.
Oh, brother's partner. Got it. So it's I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gina.
He was fairly close with him.
Got it. Is his brother also still here?
Yes.
Okay. So you know what? I would pretty much guarantee, Gina, that the birthday or anniversary or celebration, your uncle just said it's the vacation. The someone's going on vacation. I don't know if this is a cruise. Your uncle keeps talking about somebody either just went or is going on some. I could be wrong with the cruise, but it feels like I'm near water or on a boat. So, and this also could be something in the past, Gina, too. Like you remember from your brother or your uncle, maybe. I'm not sure. Is this mom's brother?
No, this is Dad's brother.
Did your mother also have a brother?
Yes.
In spirit or here?
They're all here.
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't know why then your uncle, your dad's brother's bringing up or talking about your, and David? Who's David? David or Don or Dan?
Donna is...
Diane? What was that?
Donna is his wife.
Okay, wait a minute. So Donna is your uncle's wife.
Yes.
Am I getting?
I don't know.
Gina, I should write it. Like I need to sketch like a tree, a ancestry tree here with you. So your uncle who's in spirit, his wife is Donna.
Yes.
Okay, got it. But Donna is here.
Yes. I don't know if you
Okay.
were referring to a male, but you said Don, so I thought Donna.
Yeah. You know what? I try my best because I hear it, and Donna, they would probably sound to me anyway the same. So, but I love how Uncle is giving that also as a validation. But it's the trip. He just said to me, "Where did you come up with the boat and the trip?" I'm like, I don't know. I thought that's what you said, but he's talking about like a long trip driving. I don't know if someone was like a truck driver, or there was a vacation that someone drove like I'm just guessing, like I live in New England, like from New England to Florida.
Well, he drove to Virginia Beach every year, and his sister-in-law's husband is David, so I don't know if that has anything to do with this David we heard before.
Gina, it does. It does. This is just your uncle saying, honey, well, again, with his arms wrapped around you, like my niece, my beautiful niece, thank you. And all of these validations are just to say, it's Gina, it's really me, right? It's me. I'm always around you. I'm always with you. And by the way, he just has the best personality. He's like the just like a white light. It just feels like even if he's going through a lot of stuff, like his innate sort of like nature is to be good. And I'll tell you, he didn't want to die, but he did want to die because he's telling me just how rough it was before he died.
Yeah.
Like the pain. I mean, he just made me feel like his body was. It almost feels like I'm like having contractions or shivering or something. I don't know what this is, but he's making sure that he did not want to leave, and also he's like doing a ditty, doing a little dance, saying, "Honey, I'm look at me, I'm completely fine now. There's no more restrictions, and now it takes me a second to get to Virginia Beach. No more driving."
Yeah.
So that he's there in. So you said family was in Virginia Beach?
So his wife got some family down there, so they would go every year. They drive.
There's also a memorial he's talking about. Something, I don't know what this is, but he or a debt or like, keep this with you, Gina. Your uncle keeps saying to me, like years ago at Disney World, I think when they were maybe building something, like you could pay money and have your names put in a brick.
Okay.
There's something, it doesn't mean it's Disney World. I'm just using that as an example. But your uncle is telling me that either his name, your name, someone's name is in something. Like, I don't know if this is like like the name is on a bench or the name is like connected to someone's work, but your uncle is smiling and looked at me and says, "My niece knows. She's just got to get there." So it just, the name is, it's like a dedication.
Yeah. So my dad passed away and he was in the military, and he's been helping get together a memorial in his name to name the street after him on his street where he was living.
Oh my God, Gina, this is your dad now stepping forward. Mm-hmm. Like, how amazing and your uncle is crying because he gave that as a validation and says, "Honey, don't worry." Like, your uncle just said, oh my God, your uncle was funny, right?
Oh yeah.
Because he just said, "Listen, if I have to die over this to make sure this happens, I will." And I looked at him and was like, "Too late, you're dead." And he's laughing. He wants you to laugh. And even though there's really no death, it's a different, presence or energy or whatever. But Gina, your uncle just gave the thumbs up, like it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. There's also a tree somewhere. I don't know why he keeps referencing a tree. Maybe is this memorial going to be outside?
Yes.
Oh, so that's why he's referencing a tree. Because I didn't know where to go with it. And he was like, no, connect it to the memorial. So if it's going to be outside, I love, Gina, it's also a way to let you know that he already sees it done, because they can see the future. So he knows it's there. He said how beautiful it is, and in whatever circumstances to get there, just make sure you know that you're going to get there. So I'm going to leave you with that, Gina. But thank you so much for letting me do this.
Thank you, Stephen.
Have a great day, okay?
You too. Thanks.
All right, a lot of love to you.
You too.
What a beautiful soul, Gina, and what a beautiful start of the first reading. So I think I'm like a minute ahead, but I think I'm just going to go to a commercial so we have more time on the other side. So we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is your host, Stephen the Medium, and I'm with my extraordinary co-host.
Very handsome Coach Elex is here.
I figured extraordinary just covers everything.
Well, handsome and extraordinary go hand in hand. So
they do? Okay.
Yes, make sure you add that.
Ready? So listen, Gina's call was amazing, and I am just going to go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, Justin.
Justin, how are you?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing good, too. So let me just tune in. And Justin, first and foremost, is there a particular person in spirit that you want to hear from?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather. Okay. You must have a grandmother in spirit, because before you answer grandfather, this grandmother just sort of like pushed him sort of off the stage, like she wants to talk too, but she feels like she's been far removed, or it's been gone for a while. But let me focus on your grandfather. Your grandfather. I'm slowing him down, Justin, but he keeps talking about what is the A name? Is there somebody connected to you like Anthony?
Well, both my daughter's names start with A. Autumn and Auburn.
I love it. I love that your grandfather, like right out of the gate, wants to give a validation. Both your daughters, but you have 3 kids.
I got two daughters.
Why did your grandfather just say 3? I don't know if anyone like you've got a sibling that has 3 kids, or I don't. Why did he give me 3? Are your girls young?
No, 20 and 14.
Oh, I wasn't sure. Maybe if why is he saying 3? I'm not sure. Sometimes, Justin, just for you to know this, sometimes if back when if your wife had a miscarriage or lost a child, they will always count that as a child. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I'll just leave that with you because it's very interesting how your grandfather just yelled out 3. But he wants to make sure too that you know that he's watching both girls. But he also just keeps saying, "Did you do stuff with him?"
Yes, everything. He was my closest person in my life.
Justin, because it almost looks like he's saying he's doing something with oil or gas or cars. I don't know what this is. You guys never worked on cars?
No, we did a lot of like construction work, woodwork.
Woodwork, no. Is there a mechanic or somebody who loved cars connected to you and family or friends or somebody who was really good with cars?
Yes.
Oh, who is that?
John.
No, but I mean, who is it connected to you? Like, is it brother or friend? Like, who is John?
Oh, it was my mother's boyfriend.
He's in spirit?
Yes.
Oh, so just know that John, and he was good with cars or had some connection with cars?
Yes.
Yeah. Just know on a side note, Justin, I can't stop everyone from coming in, but you got to understand everybody wants to talk to you. Like everybody wants to chat with you. So John, John, let me just say this quickly, and I know this is about grandfather, but your grandfather just said, no, let my grandson hear this. John just stepped forward and said, Stephen, I just wanted to step in for a second to say just how amazing I think Justin is. And I never, again, Justin, from his perspective, he keeps saying he never said that. He didn't say it enough to say that what a stand-up guy you are and what a father you are. And it just feels like from his perspective, John feels like he never really said that as much as he should have. And keeps saying, I'm sorry about that. So I don't know, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what he's saying. And
it does make sense.
So good. I'm glad. He actually is very emotional, stepping back and just emotional. And your grandfather's hugging you right now and said, like your grandfather just takes care of you, right? So your grandfather loves the fact that you get to hear that because you never heard it or didn't hear it as much. And your grandfather's setting all of this up. And, but your grandfather has got the biggest heart and also a very good sense of humor, because when you said, I want to hear from my grandfather, he said, if he picked anyone else, he would have had to deal with me. Right. So I love your grandfather's like energy and his, he keeps showing me his throat. Did he have something with lungs or throat?
No, he had pancreatic cancer. That's what he died from.
Did John have something with his throat or lungs?
He also died of pancreatic cancer.
Oh my God, Justin! I don't know who. It feels like, and it doesn't, like, I just guessed it was your grandfather, but saying it about him. But it feels like I was breathing in asbestos, and like now I have COPD or something is wrong with my lungs. I don't know what this is, and it's never a future thing, Justin.
That's my father had that lung cancer from asbestos, but he's still with me.
Oh, no. Wow. So that's why they're validating your dad here. And, when I start my readings, I always tell people that, your loved ones in spirit will validate people here all the time, because just as much as you want to hear from them, they want to validate us. And it's a great way that your grandfather is saying, Stephen, I wanted to bring that up to let my grandson know, everybody is helping his dad. Everyone's doing whatever they can to make sure that his dad is okay. Your grandfather said, ask my grandson about the dream. Did you dream of him?
Yes, many times, yes.
I knew, so I sort of knew you were going to say yes because the way your grandfather said that to me. But your grandfather said, but Stephen, I wanted to bring that up because I want my grandson to know that's not a dream, that's visits. Like it's the best way when my grandson's brain doesn't shut off. This is what your grandfather's saying. His brain goes like all the time. And when he sleeps is the time I can actually sort of access him and his energy and his frequency. So anytime you dream, your grandfather said, but if there's any sad dreams, that's not me. That's just a dream of you missing me. If it's good dreams, then it's actually me. And he tries to keep you away from the sadness. He's talking about a dog too. There's a dog. Do you have a dog now?
I have a dog, and we just got another puppy last week. Yes.
I love how your grandfather was like, talk about the dog. So he knows you got a puppy. It's just, Justin, it's a great way to let you know that he's here with you. And he just said, I'm so proud of this boy, of where he is right now, and understanding and knowing that who he is brings so much to the table. And I don't know what this is, but your grandfather keeps saying, finish it. Like, you got to finish it. I don't know if you two were doing something and then he couldn't finish it with you.
Not that I know of, no.
Let me ask you then, did you ever think about a business?
Yes, I have.
So did you have the business or just think about the business?
I've been thinking about starting my own business.
Oh my God, there it is, Justin. So when, the Spirit normally doesn't tell any of us what to do. That's not their job. But your grandfather's got a big smile on his face and said, I'm just validating that if my grandson decides to do this, and it's free will, he decides whether he wants to, it will be amazing. In this business, your grandfather is crying and just said, Justin, this business could never have happened before. It would have, this is because of where you are right now and who you are. It's just, it's sort of prime to where you're going, if that's what you decide to do. And your grandfather said, Justin, if there's one good thing to think about, and I know how much you miss me, I know how much you must talk to him.
I do.
Yeah. I mean, he's just validating it, but he just said, but son, I love how he calls you son. You have to understand that one good thing about me being in spirit is now you have this guardian angel, this help from the other side. And if you do decide to do a business or anything in your life, and Justin, I'll tell you, from doing as many readings as I do, people underestimate and have no idea of what spirit can get done when you connect with them and ask them. So my advice, this is from me, wherever you are in life and whether you're going to create a business or whatever the case may be, always, always, always ask your grandfather. But don't just, I know he's here, say like, Grandpa, listen, I need this. Can help me out here. Ask him, because he's there. He's waiting. He's just waiting to help, and he doesn't want to intervene. But he's just giving you all these validations. And did you get the ring? What is he talking about?
Did I get the ring?
Did he have a ring?
No, not that I know of. No.
There's got to be a ring that was passed down if it's not your grandfather's.
Oh no, Yeah, my grandmother's ring, after she passed, was supposed to be passed down to my oldest daughter, and we haven't received it yet.
Wow. That's the reason why your grandfather's saying, did you get the ring? So I don't know where it is, but your grandfather, everything I say to you, your grandfather was like, looks at you and says, Justin, I got this. I got this. He's just making sure you know that he's with you, he's around you, and he whatever whatever's going to make you happy is what he's going to try to do. And I don't know, do you have a tattoo?
I do not know.
Your grandfather or somebody is talking about a tattoo, and it's a tattoo in memory of somebody. I don't know where this falls. This could maybe be connected to your grandmother. Was that his wife, by the way?
Yes, yeah. Actually, my cousin is a tattoo artist and has memorabilia of both of them on his arm.
Oh, there it is. So no. And you know when I started this reading and you said you wanted to hear from your grandfather? So just know it was his wife, your grandmother, who did a hip check and moved him. Like, I also want to talk to my grandson, but she knows obviously that you wanted to talk to him. So, Justin, I got to take a break. So listen, thank you so much for calling in, and I hope you enjoyed this.
All right. Thank you so much.
Justin, have a great weekend, okay?
You too. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. A lot of love to you. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is your host, Stephen the Medium. I'm going to go directly to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, Steve.
Yes.
Hi, this is Anne Marie.
Hi, Anne Marie. Anne Marie, I'll give you the best reading, just provided you call me Stephen. I hate Steve. Hate it. Just saying. But I'm so glad you're here, Anne Marie. So is there a particular person you want to hear from?
Well, there's a few, but there's one main person, I think, which would be my aunt.
When you just said that, I heard auntie. So let me see what's. Listen, Anne Marie, you're really connected, boy. Because you just said you usually this works. You say aunt, and I bring aunt in, but everybody's here, and I keep hearing. I don't know if this is your aunt or somebody else, but who's the GJ name? Like Jim or John or George?
I don't know. Maybe John.
Well, who's John?
A friend.
But is he in
A
spirit?
friend. Yeah, he showed up in the past.
That's interesting. I just said, is that him? And let me just say this quickly, Anne-Marie. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can just tell you that this man, John, is just always, he has a protective sort of way around you. I can't explain it, but let me get back to Aunt. And who's the B name? Like Barbara? Why do I keep hearing Bob, Bill, Brian? Who's B?
I can't think of anybody with a B.
You will. You probably will, unfortunately, after we're off the air, but you will remember it or think about it. But oh my God, your grandmother your aunt, oh no, it's a grandmother too. And aunt also just said, bring the ring up to Anne-Marie. The wedding ring or the engagement ring?
I don't know. I have the rings.
Wait a minute. I don't know.
Rings.
I have the
Yeah.
rings. What do you mean?
I already have her rings. She may not know that, but I have them.
No, she knows. She knows everything. So you have the rings of your aunt or grandmother? Which one?
Both.
Wow! Oh my God! No
both.
wonder why your grandmother just jumped in. Yeah, well, that's why they're bringing up the ring, is just to let you know that they know when it came down to you that it's there, it's with you. And I also keep hearing Tommy, Tim. There's a Teresa. There's a really strong T.
Tommy was a very old friend that passed away very young.
Wow. Did you remember just a couple seconds ago I said how connected you are? When someone's really connected like you and you bring your energy in with mine, that's why the net is being like sort of thrown out far. And like Tommy just came flying in and said Anne-Marie would never guess that I would be here. Never. At all. And everyone's looking at your aunt and saying, this aunt is so sweet. And like everyone's like, she can't talk. Everyone's talking. So your aunt, it's interesting, Anne-Marie, your aunt just connected me to you did she ever teach you to do something? Like she never taught cooking or sewing or?
Yeah, a little bit here and there. She's a big part of our lives. Big part.
She just did someone like knit or crochet?
My grandmother.
But so this has to be your grandmother too. Your poor aunt is trying desperately to speak, but your grandmother just said, and Anne-Marie's they have the Afghan, or they have someone's got something that she made, because it makes me feel like it's on the back of a couch or a bed.
Yeah. So I do have some Afghans. Yeah.
So just know that's grandmother. Was your aunt also makes me feel very isolated? Did she have a family?
No, we were her family. She never married.
Oh, that's why. That's the isolation, meaning that, and that's why I asked you if she had a family, because it just felt like she was always alone, like not. You know what I mean? Alone in the sense that not having a husband or kids or anything like that. I just felt that isolation. And Rose, why did she say Rose?
Rose? I don't know.
Rose, the flower, the name. Actually, Anne-Marie, it's not Rose, it's a carnation. She just showed me a carnation. I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe because those are my favorite flower.
I love your favorite flower is a carnation.
She knew that. Yeah, she knew that too. Yeah.
Oh, Anne-Marie, that's why she's saying it. Yeah. It's saying it's me. It's me. And she just said, this is going to be a great year for you, 2025. It's a good cycle. I don't know what that means, but it's a good cycle. And it's interesting when she just said it's a good cycle. I can't believe I'm going to actually say this, but someone's going through the latter years of like a woman. They're oh my God, why can't I think of it? When a woman's going through her cycle at the end, like menopause.
Menopause.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
menopause.
Your auntie just said, I know about the menopause. I don't know who is, but I'm just telling you that she knows.
Okay, I don't know who either, but okay.
You will know, or it's
Okay.
connected to. It could be Anne Marie's connected to somebody who is in spirit that went through it, that had like a very difficult time. Or there's always a connection for this, because listen, everyone goes through that, or women go through that, but there's always a reason why, specifically why they give me something like that. So again, just make sure you keep that with you. And I wish I could keep going, Anne Marie. I gotta go. I gotta leave you with that. So lots of love to you, and thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anne Marie. Bye-bye. You know, let me quickly go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hi. What, did you travel around the world before you got to me? So, who is this? Maybe this is spirit calling. That's never happened. Maybe it's someone dead calling me, and they can just barely get me. Mark, I don't know. Is the person still on the line?
We heard someone.
Hello?
I can't hear it.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, who's this?
This is Therese.
Therese?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Therese. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good too. I thought we lost you for a second.
Well, I heard another voice, and so I was like, I don't know if he's talking to me.
I am talking to you. Therese, I don't have a lot of time, but I will tell you or ask you, is your father in spirit?
No.
So did you have like a father-in-law or an ex-father-in-law in spirit?
No.
So then the only way this person could be is a grandfather then, because he keeps referencing a father energy. But it's interesting, Therese, so your dad's here. You never had like another father figure like around?
I did when I was growing up.
And is that person in spirit?
And he's passed.
Yeah, that's who this is. But this is not grandfather's, right?
I have both my grandfathers have passed away.
No, but the guy you're talking about when you were little, that's not your grandfather.
No.
Okay, that's exactly what I thought, because he wanted I know this may be weird because if it's been a long time, but all I can tell you is this guy that said, I am not a grandfather, I'm a father figure. So whoever that was in your life, he just keeps saying, I saw the special soul in Therese, but I don't know how to explain this, Therese. He keeps saying I didn't do enough for her. I wanted to be there more. I don't know how this fits, but he just keeps saying I wanted to be there more, to make sure she was reminded of who she was and how special she was. All I can tell you is this guy is with you. He's been with you. He's always around you. Was there a teacher connected to you?
A teacher connected to me?
I'm dropped in a school, so there's a school environment somewhere that someone, I don't know, maybe they were an administrator in a school, but there's something he's talking about, and there's also music playing, like a piano or some music that's also playing, and somehow it's connected to school. You have siblings?
I do.
When you guys were younger, did any of you, even if it was very short-lived, did any of you guys play a musical instrument?
We all did. My sister and I both played the piano, and I think my brother and I both played the guitar. I can't remember what he played.
That's amazing. It's amazing that this guy, the father figure, is giving that as a validation, as well as everyone else's, like your grandparents and whatnot, just about a long time ago. And probably because you had mentioned he was there when you were little or a younger person, it's probably why he's giving that as a validation. And Therese, did he die fast? Do you know? When I hear snapping of the fingers, I don't know if it's him, but somebody died in a tragedy. Somebody died fast, like an accident or a heart attack. that's connected to you somehow. It doesn't necessarily have to be family. It can be like a friend or someone you work with, but someone's like, boom, they just dropped dead, and I keep hearing the B name. So like Brian or Bobby, there's something connected there. So again, just make sure. And there's also like Michael also connected to you. And there's changes with you right now. I don't know what the changes are. I don't know if you're moving jobs. I don't know, but there's something moving. Are you moving?
No, not moving. Still in the same spot. I've talked about moving, but not. I mean, someplace in like the future.
Yeah, it could be just the conversation at all. I don't know. It could be the conversation that you talked about moving. All I can tell you is that there's some movement going on. And job-wise, you're also not moving?
Nope.
Okay. So, and that could also be like a promotion or something like that. But just keep it. By the way, you have kids?
I do. I have 3.
Well, you took that right out of my mouth. You're supposed to let spirit work do this, Therese. None of them are moving or move jobs, or there's something connected to you.
My oldest son is looking for another job. I mean, he has one, but he's looking for another one.
It's got to be that it's just letting you know that they're watching and they know everything that's going on. So listen, I got to let you go before we get hung up on. So Therese, thank you for calling. Lots of love to you, and have a great weekend. Okay.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So we're at like a minute left. So Elix, tell people how they can find you.
Oh, that's all I have. That's all I have time to say. They can find me at Coach Helix anywhere on social media.
And you can find me under Stephen the Medium anywhere on social media, also as also website. And I just give a big shout out to Mock. Make sure you go nowhere at 2:00. Mock's coming on with Mock's Jukebox, and I asked him the theme, and it's a really cool theme of his show. So it's 2 hours. So stay tuned for his show, and thank you to Jim and everyone that works at the station for just allowing us to do this. So I'll be back the last Friday of the month as always, and I will say a lot of love to all of you guys, and happy March 1st, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.